Season 2's teaser appears to have carried on the hints dropped in The Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, suggesting that the mysterious figure referred to as the Stranger is actually Gandalf. After initial speculation that the stranger in question was Sauron, the ultimate revelation that Halbrand was, in fact, the Dark Lord put an end to that theory. Afterwards, while his identity remained unconfirmed, the first season of The Rings of Power started providing character lines that were in keeping with the wizard's remarks in The Lord of the Rings. This may be a problem, since these suggestions appear to carry over into the Season 2 trailer. On May 14, 2024, the teaser for the second season of The Rings of Power debuted, and it gave viewers a sneak peek at what they could expect from the show. Several of Sauron's tremendous transgressions in Middle-earth, as well as his elven form Anatar, were at last revealed. Additionally, the Dark Lord's Rings of Power were showcased, hinting at their eventual production in Season 2. Galadriel, Elrond, Prince Durin, and a plethora of other characters were teased in the video, along with a quick but revealing glimpse of the enigmatic stranger. As the first season of The Rings of Power came to a close, the identity of the stranger remained a mystery, as suggested by his moniker. But the idea that he was Gandalf was strongly hinted at. Gandalf was referred to as an Istari by the Dark Priestess who was pursuing Sauron. That doesn't rule out Saruman, Radagast, or either of the Blue Wizards as possible identities for the stranger, though, after all, they were all Istari. Naturally, there was more. The Harfoot's connection to the stranger while reading The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Nori gives the impression that he is Gandalf, a gray wizard who was enchanted by hobbits. Plus, the enigmatic figure in the final episode of The Rings of Power told Nori and the stranger, "When in doubt, Eleanor Brandyfoot, always follow your nose," which is nearly identical to what Gandalf told Pippin in The Lord of the Rings. Although the stranger was only featured for a second in the Season 2 teaser of Rings of Power, that was enough to provide another hint about who the Istari could be. The stranger unleashes a barrage of tremendous magic as he ferociously strikes a stick into the ground in the clip. Like Gandalf's "You shall not pass" moment in The Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring, this is incredibly reminiscent of that. It appears like Rings of Power is attempting to provide an origin tale for Gandalf's staff, which may be an intriguing endeavor. Even so, it's problematic that Gandalf is around in the Second Age. Because of the need to include mortal people in The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, the timeline of Middle-earth has been drastically altered. But if the stranger is Gandalf, then this is really going above and beyond. In The Lord of the Rings, the Grey Wizard claims to have encountered hobbits for the first time during the Long Winter, thousands of years after his arrival in Middle-earth, but he didn't actually arrive in this form until the Third Age. There is no evidence to suggest